In a world that celebrates massive success and overnight success, the idea of starting small can often feel like a compromise. It can feel like you are settling for less than what you truly desire. We are conditioned to look for a quantum leap, the big break, one monumental decision that changes everything in an instant. But this perspective fundamentally misunderstands the nature of true lasting growth. Starting small is not the same as thinking small. It is not an admission of defeat. It is not a lowering of your standards. Instead, it is a strategic, powerful choice to build something that lasts. It is the decision to lay a foundation so solid that it can support the weight of your grandest ambitions. Think of it this way. Your ultimate goal is the destination. The journey does not begin at the finish line. It begins with a single, intentional step. Choosing to start small is choosing to focus on what you can control right now, in this very moment. It is about planting a seed with the full expectation that it will grow into a mighty tree. This initial action, no matter how tiny, sets in motion the forces of progress. It is the quiet, humble beginning of something extraordinary. It is the most practical and effective way to turn a distant dream into a tangible reality. It proves that your goal is not just a wish but a project in progress. Imagine the most impressive skyscraper you have ever seen, a towering monument of glass and steel that seems to pierce the clouds. But that skyscraper did not appear overnight. It began with a single brick, then another, and another. Each brick alone seems insignificant. It is small, plain, easily overlooked. You could hold one in your hands and feel its modest weight. Yet thousands combined, laid with precision and patience, create something that endures. This is the perfect metaphor for achieving your goals. Your grand vision is the skyscraper, the healthy body, the thriving business, the finished novel. The small daily actions are the individual bricks. It's easy to dismiss one workout, one sales call, writing one paragraph. But these are the building blocks of success. Without the first brick, there is no foundation. Without a solid foundation, no skyscraper. Great achievements are many small, consistent efforts compounded over time. The one brick at a time approach is simple. It pulls focus from the tower's height to the brick in your hand. Don't worry about the 50th floor when you're on the ground level. Every object at rest tends to stay at rest. This principle of physics applies just as powerfully to human behavior. The hardest part of any task is often just getting started. The initial friction, resistance, procrastination, self-doubt, can feel like an immovable wall. This is where the power of small starts truly shines. A tiny action requires very little activation energy to initiate. It's far less intimidating to commit to doing 2 push-ups than to commit to a full hour-long workout. It's easier to decide to write 1 sentence than to face the pressure of writing an entire chapter. This first small movement is the key that unlocks the powerful force of momentum. Once you are in motion, you tend to stay in motion. That first small action breaks the inertia. After you have done 2 push-ups, doing a third feels much easier. After you have written 1 sentence, the next one comes more naturally. Each small step creates a tiny bit of momentum that makes the next step easier to take. This is how you build a chain reaction of progress. The process feeds on itself, creating a positive feedback loop. The more you do, the more you feel capable of doing. What started as a trickle of effort can quickly grow into a powerful current that carries you forward with increasing ease. This growing momentum does more than just make the work easier, it also builds your confidence. We often associate courage with grand, heroic acts. The firefighter running into a burning building, the activist speaking truth to power. But there is another form of courage that is quieter, more personal, and just as profound. It is the courage to begin. It is the bravery required to take the first small step toward a meaningful goal, especially when the path is uncertain and the outcome is not guaranteed. This initial action is far more than just emotion. It is a powerful declaration. It is a statement of commitment. It is a public and personal promise that you are serious about your dream. It is the moment when a vague wish transforms into a concrete pursuit. Taking that first step, no matter how tiny, requires you to overcome your deepest fears. Fear of failure, fear of judgment, fear of not being good enough. To decide to act anyway is an act of defiance against those fears. To choose to send that one email, to make that one phone call, to sketch that one design. It demonstrates a belief in your own potential that is stronger than your anxiety. It is the ultimate proof of your commitment. Talk is cheap. 1,000 grand plans are worth less than one small, completed action. This act of courage is not a one-time event, it is a muscle that gets stronger with use. The first time you step outside your comfort zone, it feels terrifying. The second time, slightly less so. One of the greatest obstacles to achieving a significant goal is the feeling of being completely and utterly overwhelmed. When you stand at the bottom of a mountain and look up at the distant peak, the sheer scale of the journey can be paralyzing. Thousands of steps, immense effort, countless things that could go wrong. This feeling of overwhelm is a dream killer. It convinces you the goal is impossible before you take the first step. Shrink your focus. Starting small is the ultimate strategy for combating overwhelm. Break the goal into a ridiculously small next action. Instead of focusing on writing a book, write one sentence. Instead of cleaning the entire house, put one dish in the dishwasher. Starting small provides a brilliant solution. It gives you the freedom to fail safely. When your initial steps are small, the risks associated with them are also small. If you try a new business idea with a tiny, low-cost experiment, the worst-case scenario is a small loss of time or money. This is not a catastrophe, it is a learning experience. It is a piece of valuable data. Starting small creates a safe space for experimentation. It allows you to test your ideas, strategies, assumptions in the real world without betting the entire farm. You can afford to be wrong, and being wrong is often the fastest way to learn what is right. This low-risk environment is essential for adaptation and improvement. When you make a small mistake, you can quickly analyze what went wrong, adjust your approach, try again. This rapid feedback loop is the engine of mastery. You are not locked into a single rigid plan. Instead, you are nimble and flexible. You can pivot based on the feedback you receive. Think of it like a sculptor chipping away at a block of marble. They do not start by trying to carve the final perfect nose. They start by removing small chunks, constantly stepping back, observing and adjusting their next move based on how the form is taking shape. This iterative process of trying, failing, learning, and adapting is how excellence is forged. It is far more effective than trying to devise a perfect plan from the start. Your initial idea is almost never your best one. Your best ideas will emerge from the process of doing. By starting small, you give yourself permission to be a beginner. You release yourself from the burden of needing to have all the answers. You embrace a mindset of discovery, where every action, successful or not, provides information that guides your next step. When you stand at the beginning of a journey, you can only see the first few feet of the path ahead. The rest is obscured by bends in the road hills, the distant horizon. You cannot possibly map out the entire route from your starting point. Many people let this uncertainty stop them. They want to see the full 10-year plan before they commit to the first day. But life rarely works that way. The most incredible opportunities are often not visible from the starting line. They only reveal themselves once you are already in motion. Starting small is the key to putting yourself on the path where these opportunities can find you. Each small action you take does more than just move you forward. It changes your vantage point. With every step you see a little further down the road. You meet new people, you learn new skills, and you are exposed to new ideas. An offhand comment in a conversation might spark a brilliant new concept. A small project you complete might catch the attention of someone who can open a major door for you. These moments of serendipity are not just random luck. They are the natural outcome of being an active participant in the world. You have to be on the field to catch the ball. Small starts get you in the game. Starting small is an act of faith. Faith that the path will reveal itself as you walk it. It is the humble beginning that unlocks a future filled with possibilities far beyond your initial vision.